This is Job 39 and 17. And it says, because Yahweh has deprived her of wisdom, neither has he imparted to her understanding. I'd like to start off by saying, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Call Haloyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakudash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwat that's listening in. Yahweh Rat is our Lord, willing that the lesson is edifying. It's the brother Shawab Mwam back at you with another lesson. And the title of this lesson is called Women That Teach Will Be Destroyed. I repeat, women that teach, they will be destroyed. All right. And I'm going to read Job 39 again. And 39 and what was it? 17. Because Yahweh has deprived her of wisdom. Who's the her? Women. All right. The Lord has taken away the wisdom of these women. All right. See, these women at one point, they did have, these women at one point did have the wisdom. All right. When you go back to Genesis, all right, when it speaks about that the Lord had took the rib from Adam. All right, what that really goes into, all right, is the understanding. He had parted her understanding, all right, just as her husband had, okay, but with that wisdom that she had, all right, she ended up going her own way and leaning to her own understanding, all right, into your own understanding. You have to constantly put your trust on, all right, so she was easily deceived by Satan, right? One, because women are the weaker vessel, okay, and women, you know, are vulnerable to basically, you know, to be brainwashed, right? To think otherwise. That's why the Satan, all right, Esau, and this time he uses the women to weaponize and demonize the Israelite man, all right, because he knows that these women have no wisdom, right? But what does Esau do? He makes sure that he puts the woman on a pedestal in the society and makes her above man, right? And the scriptures tell you that a woman is not to usurp authority over a man, okay? So these women have no understanding. The only women that have understanding, all right, is the women that are in this truth, okay? And they have understanding to a certain limit, okay? When it comes into, see, we can't tell these women everything that we learn because not everything is for them, okay? They only have a certain limit of understanding. They don't know the depthness of the scriptures. Now, if you're a woman in this truth and you do understand depthness of scriptures, hey, well, then you've been blessed with the understanding, all right, and wisdom through Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. He has had mercy on you for you to have this understanding. And there are a few sisters in this truth, all right? That's why we say, you know, the few sisters, right, that do have the understanding, okay, and they have just as much as understanding as men do, okay. But the fact of the matter is that, you know, out of every 1,000 women, okay, that you run into, ain't none of them really gonna have that understanding at all, right? And it tells you that in Ecclesiastes. Let me grab that real quick. Salaki, Ecclesiastes, the excuse me, where is it at? Damn, Ecclesiastes 7. That's where it's at. Ecclesiastes 7 and 26. All right, and it says, "And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets." So by the Lord telling you that her heart, meaning her la'ab, her mind, is snares and nets, that already should give you a heads up to not believe anything that comes out of this woman's mouth, all right? Because her mind is already full of snares and nets. women don't even understand that their own thoughts are their own snares and nets, right? Because these women, live based off of emotion. They're emotional creatures, right? So at the end of the day, when the time comes, everything that they do, all right, is based off of emotion. And this is why the Lord will never allow a woman to usurp authority over a man. All right. Imagine you having, let's just say, for instance, a woman president. All right. We had a woman president. All right. Pretty much this America will go down to shit under the rulership of a woman. Why? Because the moment that her emotions kick in, she's gonna make decisions based on emotion. Okay. So the Lord is telling you that her mind is full of snares and nets. Okay. And her hands as bands. Whoso pleaseth Yahweh shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Right? It says, behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one to find out the account, okay, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found. So out of 1,000 men, all right, he only found one. Okay, Solomon only found the one man that will be able to understand and take heed of the word. But a woman among all those have I not found, you see. So Solomon found no women that were worthy to have the wisdom of the Lord. Okay. And you see, this is why Paul told you it's not good for a man to touch a woman. It's not good for us to deal with these women. It's not that we can't. It's just not a smart thing to do in these times, man, because these women are snares and nets. They'll turn you away from the truth, all right? Just as Solomon did, all right? Solomon was one of the greatest kings, man, all right? Solomon had 700 wives, all right, and 300 concubines. But what happened to Solomon? He ended up doing witchcraft and following after the ways of his women. Okay, and his women drew him away from his power, eventually leading him to build, altars and temples for his women and their gods. You see, so it says, "Lo, this only have I found, that Yahweh has made man upright." See, he has made the man upright. He hasn't made a woman upright. He made the man upright. But they have sought out many inventions. All right, the same thing. The Lord has made man upright, but look, a man will still go off. You see, his thoughts will go off, just like the scriptures tell you in Genesis the 6th chapter that men's minds, all right, were continually evil. Okay, so if the Lord is dealing with men, all right, and they're gonna go off at one point, imagine how much more of a woman. Okay, so with that being said, let me grab this. From Instagram, right? And basically, the inspiration comes from, all right, this right here. It says, woman pastor claims Bible translators change scripture to diminish women leaders, all right? And this ain't nothing but a fucking feminist ass woman Edomite pastor at that, okay? Trying to brainwash our women to think that the Lord had Bible translators changing up scriptures just so women wouldn't rule over them. And that's just straight nonsense. All right. Because again, the woman is not to usurp authority over a man. And the scriptures also say that a woman is to be silent in the churches. Okay. Which we, the true church is when we gather ourselves in these highways and hedges. All right. It's a gathering of people. Okay. We're not speaking of these churches in temples, because the Lord said in Acts 7:48 that howbeit that the Most High don't dwell in temples built with hands. All right. So whether you a pastor, a man, or you a woman pastor in an actual church, you ain't got the truth. All right. Because if you know the scriptures, you're not supposed to be inside that temple. All right. That's a temple built by man's hands, man. All right. So again, it says a woman pastor claims Bible translators change scripture to diminish women leaders. All right. And this is just nothing but another woman trying to instill a feminism into these women. All right. And we know that these women are going to listen, because we're in a time where the Lord said that I will make a new thing upon the earth. All right. I will, a woman shall compass a man. All right. And you see that today. You see that these women rule the world. You see that these women are above men in this society. All right. And it's only because Esau has allowed them to be. Again, Esau knows how to use that woman going way back into that garden. Okay. That's why he went after Eve and not Adam, because if he would have tried to go after Adam, it would have never worked out in that manner. You see, he would have been looking at him crazy. But because he went to the weaker vessel was brainwashed to think that she could become a god. All right. And then from there on, she did all types of wickedness. The first thing she did was she basically lied to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai when he asked her, what who made you, who told you this? Who made you think that? And she blamed it on Satan instead of basically, her taking accountability, all right, which these women in these days will never take accountability to anything they do. All right. She was supposed to take accountability and say, I fucked up. It's that simple. I messed up and I turned against your word and I went and obeyed someone that you told me not to obey, okay, or to listen to. All right. So let's go to let's see, I'm still running. Yep. Shalom, sister Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. This is let's go to Ezekiel, the 13th chapter. Okay, which it speaks about women. All right, it speaks about first about the false prophets that are men. Okay, matter of fact, let me grab this. This is Revelations 21:3, and it said, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men. See, plain and simple. All right, the Lord not dealing with none of these women, man. Okay, if you are going to be saved in these last days, you're going to be saved by a man of the Lord, all right, and you're going to be saved for childbearing. Okay, the tabernacle of Yahweh has always been with men and will always remain with men. Okay, if you really read these scriptures, women are mentioned in the scriptures, but the whole Bible is just mentioning men the whole entire time. Okay, that's the few sisters that you heard of in the Bible is because those were those few sisters that really truly believed. Okay, and the Lord is going to exalt those women when the time comes. Okay, and those women are here today. Okay, the women that truly did believe, they are here today on earth. Okay, and those women will be saved for their works. Okay, and for their obedience. All right, to the scriptures. Right. So it says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men. Okay, it's like it is with men. And he will dwell with them. Woo, you see, and he will dwell with them. He's not going to dwell with these women. He's going to dwell with the men, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power. Okay, so that's a straight cut on these women thinking that, women have a position in this truth. Right, your position is to do your duties as a wife, okay, as a female servant, which that's what the word woman means. All right, you're supposed to serve your husband. All right, and the ultimate husband that you're going to serve first before your actual fleshly husband is going to be Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, so going back to Ezekiel, the 13th chapter. Okay, again, it speaks about these men, all right, that are false prophets, these whorehouse pastors, okay, that are in the churches, because it speaks about how they have not gone into the gaps, all right, neither made up the hedge for the house of Israel to stand in the day of battle, because none of these pastors are preparing you for the battle that's to come, all right. They're not preparing you for salvation. They're prophesying out of their own hearts, all right, out of their own vain opinions, okay. They're doing the work, okay, deceitfully, all for money, okay, and to basically lead our people into to wicked ways, okay. So none of these pastors are actually going into the gaps, which the gaps go into the highways and hedges, right? Because the scriptures tell you in First Proverbs that wisdom crieth without. You see that you find wisdom on the streets, okay, on the street corners, all right, not in these whorehouses that everybody wants to go to, man, all right. which, you know, all these whorehouses are being played out anyway. And a lot of people are starting to wake up to the lies that they continually serve. All right. So it says, you have not gone into the gaps, neither made up the hedges for the house of Israel to stand in the battle in the day of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. So this is talking about the actual false prophets that are men. But when you continue to go down, all right, it goes into right here, right, which is funny they took that out. They usually have a little title right here. It says women that prophesy, right, letting you know that women are not to be prophesying. So it says, likewise, the son of man, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people. You see, so we're supposed to prophesy against the daughters of our people, which prophesy out of their own heart, all right, out of their own mind, their own understanding. Okay, because remember, the Lord deprived them for wisdom, so they can only come at you with their own understanding of things. All right, they're not coming in the wisdom of the Lord. All right, so they prophesy out of their own hearts and prophesy thou against them. Okay, and these women will get mad when we're on the highways and hedges, and we'll tell them that they're supposed to shut the fuck up. Plain and simple. They don't like to hear it like that. All right, but you got to tell these women that shit like that, because these women, you believe it or not, you tell it to them soft, they'll step all over you. But when you tell it to them firm, all right, and you get at them in that manner, they don't like it. And they get offended by it. And then that's good that you get offended by it, because you're supposed to shut the fuck up. Is that plain and simple? We get tired of hearing these women spew madness and take scriptures and try to twist them around to their understanding. All right, when it's clear the way the Lord has brought out the scriptures. All right, the Lord is not the author of confusion. All right, the Lord is not going to tell you that the tabernacle is with men and then he's got a bunch of women in there. All right, that will be off. All right, so again, the Lord is not the author of confusion. All right, so it says, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, woe to the women that sew pillows to all armholes. Okay, meaning what? Woe meaning destruction to these women. Okay, that sew pillows to all armholes and make kerchiefs upon the head of every stature to hunt souls. Okay, and that's what happens. These women become fucking Jezebels, man. All right, and Jezebel was doing what? She was, you know, trying to kill prophets. She was trying to destroy prophets. Okay, you also had you have the story in the scriptures in Judges, I believe. It goes into Athaliah. All right, Athaliah was a woman that tried to usurp authority over a man, and what ended up happening to her. All right, the Lord ended up taking her ass out. Let me see if I find that. I think it's Judges 20, Judges 21. I think it is. No, give me 1 second. Let me find it on my. Oh, you know what it might be? It might be Judges 11. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. Nah, hold on. Scriptures on Athaliah in Judges, KJV. Oh, 2 Kings 11. That's where it was. 2 Kings 11. 2 Kings 11. Yep. Athaliah, Queen of Judah. All right, so let's read a little bit about her real quick and show you what happened to her when she was trying to usurp authority. All right, and it says, and when Athaliah, the mother of Ahaziah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed royal. Okay, but Jehosheba, the daughter of King Joram, sister of Ahaziah, took Joash, the son of Ahaziah, and stole him from among the king's sons which were slain. They hid him, even him and his nurse, in the bedchamber from Athaliah, so that he was not slain, because Athaliah was trying to basically destroy the whole entire royal seed line. Right? But see how the Lord always deals with men, tabernacle or with men. He saved the man, all right, so he would not be slain. And it says, and he was with her hid in the house of the Lord Yahweh 6 years, and Athaliah did reign over the land. All right, so see, now you got women, the woman Athaliah trying to reign over the land. And it says, and the 7th year Jehoiada sent and fetched the rulers over hundreds with the captains and the guard, and brought them to him into the house of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and made a covenant with them, and took an oath of them in the house of the Lord Yahweh, and showed them the king's son. And he commanded them, saying, this is the thing that ye shall do. A third part of you that enter in on the Sabbath shall even be keepers of the watch of the king's house, and a third part shall be at the gate of Sir, and a third part at the gate behind the guard. So shall ye keep the watch of the house, that it be not broken down. And 2 parts of all you that go forth on the Sabbath, even they shall keep the watch of the house of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, about the king. And ye shall compass the king round about, every man with his weapons in his hand, and he that cometh within the ranges, let him be slain. And be ye with the king as he goeth out and as he cometh in. And the captains over the hundreds did according to all the things that Jehoiada the priest commanded, and they took every man his men that were to come in on the Sabbath, with them that should go out on the Sabbath, and came to Jehoiada the priest. Right? And let me see. Okay. And it says, and to the captains over hundreds did the priests give King David spears and shields that were in the temple of the Lord Yahweh. And the guards stood every man with his weapons in his hand round about the king, from the right corner of the temple to the left corner of the temple, along by the altar and the temple. And he brought forth the king's son, and put the crown upon him, and gave him the testimony, and they made him king, and anointed him, and they clapped their hands and said, Yahweh save the king. And when Athaliah, here goes Athaliah, she gonna get worked up, because she found out that there was still someone of that lineage. All right. And when Athaliah heard the noise of the guard and the people, she came to the people into the temple of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And when she looked, behold, the king stood by a pillar, as the manner was. And the princes and the trumpeters by the king and all the people of the land rejoiced and blew with trumpets. And Athaliah rent her clothes. See, she got pissed off. She started tearing up her clothes. All right. And cried, treason, treason. But Jehoiada, I believe, you know what? Let me make sure I'm saying that shit right. Let me see if it comes up. Nah, it's not gonna come up, because hold on real quick. It should come up on my phone. You know how I am. If y'all watch me enough, y'all know the certain words be certain words be fucking me up, boy. Where's it at? In the 15th verse. Oh shit, why did I go to Judges? 2 Kings is what I meant to go to. 2 Kings 11, 15th verse. And it says, Jehoiada. Yeah, I was right. I just want to make sure I was right. Jehoiada. All right. But Jehoiada, the priest, commanded the captains of the hundreds and the officers of the host, and said unto them, have her forth without the ranges, and him that followeth her kill with the sword. For the priest had said, let her not be slain in the house of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. And they laid hands on her, and she went by the way by the which the horses came into the king's house, and there was she slain. You see, so because she was, trying to usurp authority, all right, and she wouldn't basically stay in order, right? She wanted to go out of order and go her own way, all right? She was commanded to be killed, man, and she was slain right there. You see, same thing that's gonna happen with these women that are pastors, all right, claiming to know something of the Lord, man, and don't. Because if you truly believe, you would shut the fuck up. All right, because the Lord told you that women should be silent, man. If there's anything that you need to learn, you're gonna learn it from your husbands at home. Okay, you're not gonna go and go ask another man, all right, because you already have a man. Truly, you women that have men are really not supposed to be watching any other videos of any other men. All right, you I will say the only men that you really could watch, all right, would be the elders. Okay, going into Tahar, Gabar, Rakal, and Aram Lab. All right, and I say that because we all need to constantly be watching the elders, man, because the elders is what's giving us this truth, all right, to the T for us to learn. All right, but other than that, if you're a woman that has a man, all right, you're supposed to be watching your man. Okay, you're supposed to be learning from your husband, no other man. All right, and this is why we also tell you women to get off of fucking Facebook. All right, you got a lot of these women that are constantly in Facebook and they got whole husbands, man. You wicked as hell for being on Facebook because you just opening the door for demons to come fuck with you. Okay, social media is a platform for demons. Okay, at any given time, can you fall right back into the ways of that garden? All right, listening to different philosophies. All right, because you're on that social media, and that's where most of the confusion actually comes from. It comes from these social media groups and shit. All right, because everybody on social media got their own fucking vain opinion. All right, none of them is coming truly in the spirit of the Lord. Brothers know exactly who are the true brothers that are on the web. You know what I'm saying, in Instagram, because we constantly bring out edification through videos and things like that. Okay, so pretty much that was another account where I wanted to give what happens to a woman when she tries to usurp authority. All right, so let's go to Ezekiel again. All right, Ezekiel, the 13th chapter, and back at what was it, 16. So it says, was it 16? Oh, 17, Salaki. All right, so it says, likewise, thou son of man, set thy face against the daughters of thy people, okay, which prophesy, and it's talking about the daughters of our people, all right, because a lot of our women, especially the Judite women, all right, and you do have a few, Northern Kingdom women that think that they're pastors. There's actually a famous one that's very heavy right now and got our people seduced with that spirit of feminism, got our women, all right, and it's a Spanish woman. I forgot where the hell she's from, but she a clown, all right. But you do see a lot of the Judite women thinking that they can teach, all right, whether they think they're pastors or even these, you see a lot of women on social media, all right, that they're out there, trying to prophesy and trying to give an input of how they feel on things, man. All right, the only thing you should be teaching is other women, all right, and you're supposed to do it righteously. You're still not supposed to make a platform just for women to go out there and teach to women. No, you keep your mouth shut. Get a number, get her phone number, put it in your phone, and when you want to talk and expound on the scriptures with another sister, you call them up, and you do that on your own time. You see, you don't have to do that shit on social media. You women like to be fucking looked at and draw attention to you, and for you drawing attention to yourself, when the time comes, Esau gonna fuck y'all up too. He gonna fuck y'all up like y'all just men, all right? Because just because you're a woman doesn't mean that the Lord is gonna ease up on you. The Lord, you a woman in this truth, you get the same treatment men do. Okay. So it says, which prophesied of their own heart and prophesied thou against them. And that's what we do. We let them know that they're going off. All right. And it says, and say, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, woe to the women that sew pillows to all armholes and make kerchiefs upon the head of every statue to hunt souls. All right. That's that Jezebel spirit. All right. Will ye hunt the souls of my people? And will ye save the souls alive that come onto you? Hell no. Okay. You're not going to save any of these people, all right, that you're trying to preach to, all right, because the man of the Lord was going to save you, okay, so you can't save us, all right, and at the end of the day, it's not our will to save you. It's only if it's of the will of the Lord to save you, okay, And it says, and will ye pollute me among my people for handfuls of barley and for pieces of bread to slay the souls that should not die? All right. And that's what they do. They pollute our people with their philosophy, okay, with their ways of thinking. And women are one of the biggest seducers, okay? Women know how to seduce you in so many damn ways, okay? And especially when they come at you with that soft little innocent voice, okay? and the moment I hear that innocent voice, I'm like, nah, you gotta get the fuck out of my face with that, all right? Because that shit already sounds too good to be true, okay? So it says, to slay the souls that should not die, and to save the souls alive that should not live, by your lying to my people that hear your lies. You see, everything, just like Esau, everything that comes out of his mouth is a lie. Pretty much anything that comes out of these women, all right, is a lie. And they'll lie to save their pride at the end of the day, because these women are just like Esau. They love living in their pride. Pride is all they fucking got in this damn place. Okay, and you could thank Esau for that, for putting you on that pedestal and making you think that you rule the world. Okay, but as the Lord has Esau in the trick bag, Esau got you women in the trick bag. All right. So it says, wherefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, behold, I am against your pillows. Okay, when I think of that, I think about pillow talk. Women love pillow talk, and that pillow talk is what? That sweet talk. Okay, the Lord is against all that sweet talk. Remember, the Lord said that we're not to prophesy deceits onto these people, not to preach onto these people smooth things. Okay, that's what your woman's gonna preach to you. She's gonna preach to you the smoothest thing possible, and she's gonna preach the smoothest thing to make her look good. All right, in that situation. All right, because remember, these women will not take accountability, so they'll always trying to find and wiggle a way out of that. All right, so they don't have to take account for it. But see, the time is coming where all you women are going to take account of the shit you did. All right, when the Lord comes, the Lord said, "Arise, you women that are at ease, man. Every single one of you that are, at ease and have benefits on this side and are continually benefiting. Nah, that's just gonna stop. Are you going to go back to your normal nature when all hell breaks loose out here, and you're going to humble yourself down? You see, you're not humble right now, but the Lord will humble you when that time comes, man. And a lot of you women are going to die out here, man, because 2/3 of our people got to go, and there's more women than men on earth. Okay, that's just a proven fact. And the probability to every man is like one. It's like, I think it's like 14 women to every man in society. Okay, so that just proves that there's more women on earth than men. All right, and 2/3 of our people got to go. So most of these people going to be women, and it's going to be the American woman out here, man. Okay, the Lord's going to preserve for us these women. He's going to preserve a lot of these young women, all right, that haven't been touched, and they're going to be from the outskirts of America, man. Okay, now there will be women that get saved from America. Okay, but most of y'all gonna die out here. The Lord gonna preserve those young women that are from these other countries, man. Okay, we don't need the Israelite woman to continue our legacy, man. All we need is a woman, you see, and we're allowed to have multiple women. You women are not allowed to have multiple men. You only to deal with one man. And I know y'all hate when y'all hear that, all right, but that's just the fact of the matter that the Lord has done for us, man. Okay, that's again that goes to show you how important a man is. As the scripture has said, I will make a man more precious than fine gold in those last days. Okay, right now the Israelite man is at the bottom right now. He ain't shit, as they will say, okay, on this side. All right, but when that time comes, the Lord is going to exalt the man. All right, and he's going to put him back to that top position that he's supposed to be. All right, so it says, behold, I am against your pillows. All right, wherewith ye there hunt the souls to make them fly, and I will tear them from your arms, and will let the souls go, even the souls that ye hunt to make them fly. All right, your kerchiefs also will I tear, and deliver my people out of your hand, and they shall be no more in your hand to be hunted, and ye shall know that I am the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Okay, it says, because with lies you have made the mind of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad, and strengthened the hands of the wicked. Woo! That's how you know Esau go hand in hand with these women, man, because Esau uses the women, all right, to push his agenda and to demonizes and weaponizes, right? But it's telling you that that she strengthened the hands of the wicked. You see, you help Esau and his agendas by doing what you're doing, trying to usurp authority over a man, you know, trying to take over everything. And Esau sees that. That's the loophole for Esau. You see, to continually use women. That's why when the time comes for this RFID chip, the women are gonna. I just did a video like 2 days ago on that, you know, saying that Eve is gonna be used at the forefront of this thing, and she is, because the women rule right now. Is easy to grab the women to push that agenda, because these niggas, all right, they done left they balls in aisle fucking 16, balls and scrotum in aisle 16, and they don't want to pick them up. And basically their women is holding their balls for them. So they're going to follow after their women. If you see in the society, you see that Esau, you see that the Israelite man basically stands behind his woman, and the woman is the one that's leading. That's straight wicked. I'd be damned if a woman ever tried to lead my ass. You see? So it says, it says, because with lies you have made the heart, meaning the mind of the righteous, sad, and we are. You know, when we see our women acting the way they act, man, that shit is sad as hell, man, and it pisses us off, because all we want is our women to be in order. All right. And when our women are in order, you know, the few that we know, when we do see them and they're in order, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. We just want to be around them. You know what I'm saying? We want to praise them as we should, you know, because the glory of a man is a woman. So when a woman does her job, all right, the man is going to praise you. You know, we're not going to praise you and exalt you as if we're exalting the Lord, all right, because nobody gets exalted above the Lord, man. But we're going to give you your props. We're going to give you your props and let you know, yo, you're doing your thing, you know, and you're going to respect that woman because of that. But see, all respect goes out the window when you just start acting like a whole fucking niglet woman, man. All right. So it says, because with lies you have made the heart of the righteous sad, whom I have not made sad. All right. And strengthened the hands of the wicked, that he should not return from his wicked way, by promising him life. You see, this is going back to Eve in the garden, you know, when she was trying to tell Adam what she had just learned, okay, from Satan himself. All right, promising things, basically. Okay, it says, therefore ye shall see no more vanity, all right, nor divine divinations, because that's what these women are. Divinations, man. These women are witches. Okay, all of these fucking women are witches. I really learned in this past year how wicked women could really be. Okay, and I see that they're all witches, and they're witches without even them knowing. Okay, because a witch is what? A woman that is in total control of herself. Right, that's one way of you being a witch. That's a feminism witch, right? But then you have witch, that these women think they're fucking healers. Okay, they'll call themselves healers, or what's the other word they use? Holistic healers. All right, that's wicked. That means you were witches in your past life. Right, and a lot of these women today, the way you could peep them out and scan them out to know that they're witches is most of these women, they're in that field of witchcraft, pharmakia. You know, a lot of these women are registered nurses and, you know, basically in that medical field, showing you that they're still healing people to this day. But see, they don't know how to heal according to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. They heal according to wickedness, okay, without them actually knowing. All right. And then you'll see them, like, a way to spot them out is by just looking on their pages, man. A lot of these women walk around with what you call the blue eye. All right. Let me show you what a blue eye looks like. Blue eye. Symbol. Yeah, this right here. Let me see if it's still running. This right here. This right here is the blue eye, and you see this shit everywhere on women, yo, on women's profiles, all of that. When you see a woman with that, I tell you to fucking run. Turn around and run. All right. She might sound good. She might sound like she's, you know, there to help, but she's not, man, because without her knowing, she's a whole damn witch on the low. All right. And those witch tendencies are going to come out when the time comes, especially, I'll tell you when you see the most of those witch tendencies, when they're about to have their period. They start talking seductively. They start talking sweet to you because they're about to be on their period. They come at you trying to sexualize you with sex because they're horny as hell. But as soon as they drop that shit, there you go. And then you got all this wickedness pouring out of them. Now they turning into the whole Satan. Yesterday you were a king and tomorrow you a whole fucking asshole. You see? So this is why, you know, if you have the spirit of discernment, you have to discern these things in these women, man. And again, you'll see a lot of women walking around with that blue eye all the time. They'll have them on their chains. They have them in their cars. They have them on their profiles. It's just crazy as hell. It's wicked. All right. So let me finish that up. It says, because with lies you have made the heart of the righteous sad, and whom I have not made sad, and strengthened the hands of the wicked, that he should not return from his wicked way by promising him life. Therefore, ye shall see no more vanity, nor divine divinations. All right, which that's another thing you got to watch with these women. All right, I'm not saying that women cannot have dreams and the Lord don't give you visions. Absolutely, the Lord does give certain women visions and dreams to see things. All right, but now when a woman constantly tells you that they're seeing all types of dreams over and over, and now you're gonna have to just chill the fuck out. Okay, because now you're doing too much. That's all, you know, going into witchcraft, divinations, and shit like that. Okay, if it doesn't have to do with the scriptures and it doesn't have to do with prophecy or dreams, all right, you shouldn't really be listening to it because it tells you. Let me grab that real quick. And I think it's Ecclesiasticus. I think it's 34. Yeah, Ecclesiasticus 34. Tells you about dreams, right? And it says the hopes of a man void of understanding are vain, right? So these dreams have to be full of understanding and basically compared to the scriptures. If they don't, you know, compare with these scriptures, then it's vain and false, it says. And dreams lift up fools. You see, dreams will lift up fools. These visions could lift you up in a whole different manner, right? And it'll have you lean into your own understanding. It says, whoso regardeth dreams is like him that catcheth at a shadow and followeth after the wind. Okay, you're just gonna keep chasing those dreams, which, you know, this chapter could go, you know, twofold. They could go into actual dreams that you have when you sleep, and it could go into you having dreams as in like goals for life. Okay, and that's another thing. You know, these women follow after their goals. They have such set goals in their life that they want to accomplish. All right. And none of that shit matters, man. All they're doing is for their benefit to become something in their life, all right, and then be able to throw that shit in your face. Well, I did this all by myself, this and that. Okay, so it says the visions of dreams is the resemblance of one thing to another, even as the likeness of a face to a face. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? And for what thing which is false, what truth can come? Divinations and soothsayings and dreams are vain, and the heart fancieth as a woman's heart in travail. You see, if they be not sent from the Most High in thy visitation, set not thy heart upon them. For dreams have deceived many, and they have failed that put their trust in them. All right, so let's go back to the ending of that, Ezekiel 13 and 23. And it says, therefore ye shall no more see vanity, nor divine divinations, for I will deliver my people out of your hand. See, the true believers are not going to be brainwashed. As the scriptures say, there is no enchantment against Jacob. All right. If you are of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you're not going to be deceived by these fucking clown women. All right. So the Lord's going to deliver us out of her hand, right? So we will not be destroyed. And ye shall know that I am the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, let me grab this and I'll end it with this. This is Proverbs, I believe it's the 7th chapter. Yes, this is 7 and 5. All right. It says, let's grab it from 4. It says, say unto wisdom, thou art my sister, and call understanding thy kinsman, and call understanding thy kinswoman, Salakia. right? So wisdom is also, you know, um, wisdom is also in these scriptures used as a woman, okay? But you have to know to discern when you read if it's talking about the wisdom or if it's talking about an actual woman. All right. So right here at this moment in the verse 4, it's talking about wisdom, all right, being called a sister, being called a woman, right? And then the fifth verse, all right, is talking about when you have true wisdom, that she keeps you away from the strange woman, okay? Meaning the strange woman goes into philosophies, okay, and it can also go into these strange women that are trying to seduce you with their spirits, okay. So it says that they may keep thee from the strange woman, from the stranger which flattereth with her words, okay. And we know who's the one that flirts the most. Women always flirting, okay. They'll try to make it seem like a man is thirsty and always flirting, but that's bullshit. All right, a man does what he does. Women love to flirt. So women already come with a certain vibration of flattering words when they want to get what they want out of you. Okay. So if you have true understanding, all right, this wisdom, knowledge, all right, understanding is going to be the stability of thy times. It's going to keep you from the strange woman, all right, these philosophies and these women that are wicked as hell, all right, from the stranger which flattereth with her words. For at the window of my house I looked through my casement, and beheld among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding. And that's how these women come. That strange woman, that philosophy will come and attack those young men that are void of understanding. Okay, scriptures tell you, he that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. All right, so when you're walking around here with no understanding, you're easily seduced by these different philosophies. Okay, it says a young man void of understanding passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of a harlot and a subtile of heart, or a subtle of heart. You see, she is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Okay, which again, this is all double fold. Okay, you could use it depending on how you're speaking at that moment. Okay, right now we're talking about these strange women of philosophies and these false prophet women. Okay, but this, can also just talk about just regular women that are harlots also. All right, because we know that the women, all right, they loud and stubborn. All right, with their loud ass voice and their stubborn ass hearts. All right, everything has to be basically their way. All right, so let's read that again. It says, and behold, among the simple ones, I discerned among the youths a young man void of understanding, right? Passing through the street near her corner, and he went the way to her house in the twilight, in the evening, in the black and the dark night. And behold, there met him a woman with the attire of an harlot and a subtile of heart. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet abide not in her house. Now is she without, now in the streets, and lieth in wait at every corner. So she caught him and kissed him, and with an impudent face said unto him, all right, what does it mean by she caught him and kissed him? Basically, she sucked him in. You see, she sucked him into her philosophy, all right, and he fell for it. That's what the kiss is. And with an impudent face, it said unto him, I have peace offerings with me. I have peace offerings with me. This day have I paid my vows, right? Therefore came I forth to meet thee, diligently to seek thy face, and I found thee. I have decked my bed with coverings of tapestry, with carved works, with fine linen of Egypt. Okay, going into these philosophies. All right, carved works could go into, these graven carved images. Okay, that our people, love to follow after. Okay, it says, I have perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of love unto the morning. Let us solace ourselves with loves. For the good man is not at home. he is gone on a long journey, all right, which again, this could mean going into an actual woman that's playing a whole harlot, all right, and she's trying to draw you to basically sleep with her, okay, because her husband's not at home, not around, okay, and you should never meet up with a woman that has a husband as a man, all right, because that's just going into straight adultery, and the Lord will, that's worthy of death, okay. But it says he has taken a bag of money with him and will come home at the day appointed. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. You see, there goes that sweet talk that these women like to go into. All right. With the flattering of her lips, she forced him. He goeth after her straightway, as an ox goeth to the slaughter, or as a fool to the correction of the stocks, till a dart strike through his liver, as a bird hasted to the snare, and knoweth not that it is for his life. You see, that basically she'll do all that sweet talking and do what she has to do to get you to follow in her way. Okay. Hearken unto me now, therefore, O ye children, and attend to the words of my mouth. All right. And that's why you're supposed to cleave on to the prophets that the Lord has given you. Because the Lord said, I will give you pastors according to my heart that should feed you with knowledge and wisdom. Okay. According to his heart, to his mind. We're supposed to be walking in the mind of Yahushua. Okay. It says, let not thine heart decline to her ways. You see, don't give up your crown, man. Scriptures tell you that, man. Hold fast which thou hast, and let no man snatch your crown. All right. Same thing is with these women. All right. Let not these women take away your strength. Give not thy strength unto a woman. Okay. Also going into give not thy strength unto these philosophies. Okay. Hold this truth that you have. All right. And keep it. All right. Because this is going to be your salvation. It says, let not thine heart decline to her ways. Go not astray in her paths. For she has cast down many wounded. You see, she has cast down many wounded. Yeah, many strong men have been slain by her. Okay. And we know that where's that the scriptures tell you for many men have gone out of their wits for women. Okay. And again, these women are they're easy to not them, but it's easy for these men to be seduced by these women today, especially the fact that these men are fucking effeminate as hell. All right, they pretty much act like a woman. That's why you'll see these fags basically rolling with these other women. Okay, and it says, for she has cast down many wounded, yeah, many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell. Whew. Going down to the chambers of death. Okay, so that's pretty much the point, right? Just something I wanted to share based off of that post that I seen on Instagram, which was this one right here. Women pastor claims Bible translators change scripture to diminish women leaders. This is how bad a woman wants to usurp authority over a man. That they think that everybody changed the scriptures just for them to not become women leaders, man. That's straight wicked as hell. All right, let me see what you got over here. Look at this shit. I didn't even realize this. You got a Robert McDowell, okay? Jesus qualifies male or female to preach and to teach good news of the gospel as long as that person is filled with the spirit of Yahweh. And that's the truth. And you got 34 dumbasses that liked his shit. Okay. The Lord does not qualify no female to preach, man. The Lord is the Lord don't even qualify all these men to preach. You see? So let alone a woman. Okay. This brother said the right thing. That's right. Run from these churches. That's exactly what we're supposed to do. Run from these churches. The Bible says women should be quiet in the church. Teach young girls only. Correct. That's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Let's grab that. That's in Titus. Titus, the second chapter, verse 5. 3. It says, the aged women likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness, not false accusers, not giving too much wine, okay? Not giving into these different philosophies, and to also keep yourself sober, not be giving yourself up to, actual drinking and drugs and shit like that, right? Because a lot of these women are into that shit nowadays, man. They just love that. Most of these women are fucking alcoholics, man. You would not believe how many of these women are alcoholics, right? It says teachers of good things, okay? Teachers to who, though? That they may teach the young women to be sober. You see, the young women to be sober and to love their husbands and to love their children. That's what you women are supposed to be doing, man. All right. Most of these women don't even care about their own children nowadays, man. I just seen a bugged out video of a woman that went on a fucking vacation for 11 days and left her child at home for 11 days, no food, no water. He died. He was in a fucking carriage, man. She felt like, living it up was more important than taking care of her child. You see, and the scriptures tell you that she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. Okay. It says to be discreet. The women are supposed to be discreet. Okay. Chaste. Okay. Keepers at home. You're supposed to be sitting your ass at home doing the will of the Lord from home. Okay. Not going out every Friday, every Saturday, every Sunday. And now it's to the point where y'all go out Monday through fucking Sunday. Every day's a weekend for y'all. You see? So you're supposed to be discreet, chaste, right? Keepers at home, good, obedient to their own husbands. You're supposed to be obedient to your husband, all right? Whether your man is wrong or not, okay? You're supposed to be obedient, all right? Because if your man is off, he will come out his mouth and eventually realize it, okay? Especially if he's a man of the Lord, all right? It says the word of Yahweh be not blasphemed, okay? You see? That the word of the Lord be not blasphemed. So if you shutting up and you keeping quiet, you're not. But how can you blaspheme the word of the Lord if you're doing what you're supposed to do? By shutting up. But the moment you speak and you're trying to preach some scripture, you already blaspheme the word of the Lord, man. You see? So that's what a woman is supposed to basically be doing. All right. Salaki, I didn't share that at all. That was in Titus 2, 3 through 5. All right, let's go back to over here, read a couple of these comments. People really don't like my brother Paul. That's right. You see, the same spirit as LGBTQ, progressive Christians, and the Muslims. Scripture has been tampered with and changed in order to fit their narrative. Listen, man, these people are going to have to get over that. We know that Esau tampered with the Bible. All right. But one thing that you cannot do is change the divine word in the divine order of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. If something has been tampered with, is because the Lord allowed it to happen, because he knew that his men, his chosen, in those last days will be able to put all that back together. You see? So there is a reason why the Lord allowed for these devils to change certain things. Okay. They didn't change completely the whole Bible, man. Okay. Bible came from the inspiration of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, like it tells you in 1 Timothy 3:16. All right, all scripture is inspiration of Yahweh. All right, and it is made for what? For reproof, for doctrine, correction. Okay, so everything that's written in scriptures, it is exactly the way it needs to be put and written. All right, and only the elect is going to be able to put all the pieces together and understand it. Okay. These niggas that come with, oh, they changed the Bible and the white man wrote this, because you niggas don't understand it. So therefore you are offended, as the scriptures say, when you hear the word of the Lord, man. You get offended and you try to come out with all these different, philosophies on it. Okay. Come out with your own interpretation, as the scriptures tell you that the scriptures are not to be, the scriptures not of private interpretation. Okay, and it tells you that it was written by man, all right, but it tells you that it was given through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, all right. So it says, what else they got? See what they got in here. Here goes the Quran, bullshit. The Quran, this and that, bullshit. All the scriptures too. Not man. That's right. corruption of the church. You know what's super fascinating? The Iranian church. These niggas talking about Iranian churches. You see how bugged out are people? You see what happens when you jump on social media? You get 1,000 different opinions of what it could be or what I think it is. All right, it's not about that, man. It's about what the Lord has written, all right, through the Spirit. It's that simple. If there is a woman pastor, flee from that church. That's right. Thousands of theologians for over 1,000 years are wrong, but no, you do. But Pastor Becky figured it out. Yeah, that's pretty much the point. They're just talking nonsense. I care less what the hell they talking about in here. Yep, she said it the best. This is what a Jezebel spirit sounds like. That's right. That's exactly what that is, a Jezebel spirit. All right. But we'll leave it at that. All right. So, hey, Lord willing, that the lesson was Khan, I'm 50 today, and I teach my granddaughter, hey, call Elohim La Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. All right. That's what you're supposed to do. And I'm sure that your granddaughter is doing, you know, to the best of her ability through you teaching her, you know, what she's supposed to be doing. All right. And that's all we can ask for. As long as we do our part as the Lord has required us, all right, you're going to be all right. The Lord going to sustain you and sustain whoever it is that needs to be sustained in that time. You see, so keep doing what you're doing. All right. And eventually Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is going to bless your granddaughter to understand. All right. Yeah, as a matter of fact, now that you said that, I put a video out a couple of days ago. It's titled "My 3-year-old niece." I believe that's us. Oh no, it says "Our children shall prophesy." My little 3-year-old niece, because my sister's in the truth, and her, you know, she teaches her children, you know, about the Lord, and you know, the older ones, the 2 boys know the name. But, you know, the little one's only 3, so she's still learning, but she does know the name. And she teaches her that, you know, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is in the skies. And she came out randomly the other day, just randomly said, so Yahweh is going to save us from the lava, and he's going to save us, and then they take us. And that shit was just randomly. She was basically, that's her prophesying through the Spirit, you know what I'm saying? Because we are feeding them what is righteous, you see? So the Lord has their mind tweaked in a certain way, all right, to know that, you know what, this is the truth, you know, and we're going to have children that are going to prophesy in these last days. You're going to have newborns that are born of 1 month, 2 months that are going to be saved, man. All right. So, hey, call Elohim La Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that you're able to teach your granddaughter, you know, and may she continue to, may Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai continue to sup with you and her, you know. So, hey, with that being said, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call Elohim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Ruchakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who have learned this truth from. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect that scattered abroad, the Akim and the Akwath that was listening in. Yahweh Ratazah, Lord willing, that the lesson was edifying. To the next one, Shalom. Keep fighting the good fight of faith and doing this a good soldier of Yahweh Shai. You sisters, continue to learn in silence and continue to watch the true men of the Lord. Lord willing, we are those men. All right. So with that being said, Shalom. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah.